I'm back! Now, honestly, I want to start this video off by saying I don't really know where I'm even going with this or what I'm even going to be talking about, but I wanted to make a quick update video to let you guys know where the channel's at, what's happening, and a few things I've been thinking about throughout my first week of the new job. I started my job on Monday as a technical content developer for a small startup in San Diego. There's a lot more to the position, but that's the short of it. Now, I could talk for a long time about what I'm doing, but I'm not really sure how many people would find that interesting. If you want a little bit more detail, basically, I create the documentation for a cybersecurity company dealing directly with the engineering department so that customers who purchase the product are able to implement it in a proper way without running into showstoppers, errors, bugs, things like that. So that's what I do. As far as the first week, it was quite an undertaking. There was a lot of information to take in, a new program to learn, which I am still completely overwhelmed by, tons of awesome people that I'm working with. I'm still trying to learn the names of half of them, but everyone was fantastic, and it is truly an exciting time in my life. But like I said in my previous video, I don't want this channel just to die. I don't want to stop. I don't want to just cut the content. I don't know what I want to do with this, but I certainly don't want it just to end. One, because it's my baby. I love this thing. And two, I mean, come on. We all need a hobby, and I love doing this so much. I feel like it's something that I can really focus on whenever I get a little bit of free time, which is less and less these days, but I digress. As far as what I wanted to focus on in this episode, I was doing a lot of thinking this week. I was talking to my buddy, Radical Reggie, and about the YouTube situation, the platform in general, and content creators, what they focus on, the videos that they're making, everything that goes into creating a channel, and how I was handling the direction of Smash JT up to this point. See, that's the thing, dude. Like, this new career, I wouldn't even call it a job. It's like a legit career. The potential future is incredible. And I look at YouTube and I'm just like, God damn, like, I really wish it worked out. But at the same time, if it did, then I would have missed out on an opportunity like this. So I was very fortunate. And I mean, who knows? And like you said, I mean, I'm still going to be making YouTube videos, and I just don't have to rely on it being successful anymore. And ultimately, that's what YouTube should be. This is going to be kind of raw. I'm just going to go from the heart here and say there were times, I will admit, that I was pressing. There were times that I would be really digging for a story just to make a video. Not because I felt like the video needed to be made, but I felt like I wanted to have content on a daily basis, regardless of if it was of use or not to you. And that I want to apologize about, because while some of you might say it doesn't matter what you make, I love watching it, and thank you for the support, I appreciate it, I was pressing. And it got me wondering about YouTube in general, as far as content creators out there pressing just to make content. Is it of value? Is it something that people should watch, need to watch, have to watch? Oftentimes the answer is no to that question. Not that people should stop making content, not that people should stop making generic content in general. I mean, like I said, people like to consume the content. Whether it's valuable or not, people have their content creators and they love to watch them. But this goes back into a video I made a while back talking about making money on YouTube, and if it's a business, if it's something sustainable, and if you should be able to make money on YouTube, which I still believe you should, but that's not without its caveats. Since you were able to make money on YouTube, a whole flood of content creators came to the platform for the wrong reasons. YouTube in general, despite what YouTube proper, the company owned by Google, may say, was to broadcast yourself, to be you on the camera, to entertain people with just things you had at your disposal. And then somewhere along the lines that transitioned into making it something worth of value, something that people should come to instead of the traditional media on TV, like news and things you couldn't even get on TV, like video game news, even though G4 was around. Not for very long, unfortunately. This is the platform that viewers of all ages could come to find what was desperately lacking on traditional TV, and that is user-created content that was more pinpoint directed and aligned specifically with each individual life out there watching. And I kind of want to get back to that. Instead of focusing on these news stories that may or may not have any long-term value, I want to focus on what I like to do, on what I am and who I am. And somewhere along the way, I feel like that kind of got lost. And getting this job, reevaluating the channel, searching inward instead of outward for help, I found a lot of answers that I was severely lacking for a very long time. And that is me. I wasn't who I wanted to be. I was adjusting to what I thought viewers wanted. I was trying to align my content with what traditional YouTube gaming channels were doing to find success. And I'll let you figure out who I was trying to align myself with. Clearly it wasn't working to the lengths it was for some other people on the platform. For whatever reason, I never really grew at the rate that they did. Not gonna try to point fingers or figure out why. It's time to look inward and figure out who I am and what I am bringing to this platform. So with that in mind, going forward, I'm going to try to make videos on a weekly basis. I can't promise that's going to happen. Like I said in my previous video, I have a wife and kids and a full-time job and other extracurricular activities. And oh, by the way, I'd like to find some time to play video games in my life too. So I can't guarantee I will have a video every week, but I will try to. Now, with that in mind, I know a lot of people in my previous video were really frustrated that I made a video saying that I was quitting YouTube. Even though they didn't really watch the video, they just looked at the thumbnail and were like, oh, clickbait, I'm not watching that. And oh, you still have your Patreon? What a jerk. You are stealing from people. Look, my Patreon is still up because I have people that want to support the channel still. If you're not a Patreon, that's fine. I'm still going to be making videos. I'll still leave my Patreon up, and I'm going to keep making videos. And if those videos stop someday, I will proactively stop my Patreon. And if you're a Patreon, I don't feel like I need to tell everyone this, but I will anyways, because clearly people who aren't even my Patreon want to act like they are so they can get mad at me. Be that as it may, if you are my Patreon and you don't feel like you're getting the value out of this channel that you used to, no hard feelings. I'm fine if you would like to leave. I'm okay with that. Don't worry about it. This is not about having a Patreon to make sure that I can make money and squeeze it out of people. No, I have a full-time job now that actually pays money. And hopefully, eventually, I'll be able to catch up on the bills that I was falling behind. Patreon is simply a tip jar. That is what it always was on this channel. I'd like to have provided more to my Patreons, and those of you who are my Patreons know I've mailed you a lot of cool little trinkets and fun things, those of you who have been around for a while. But at the same time, like I said, I want this channel to focus less on the money, because now that I have a job, I don't need to worry so much about that, and more on the content, more on me. That's what YouTube is supposed to be anyways. More on the video games I'm playing. More about what I like and what I don't like. Less about the views. And maybe some people might like that. I don't know. For so long I felt like I was chasing views and trying to grow the channel based off of that and covering news stories that did interest me. I didn't really fake it. They did truly interest me, but I was covering them because I knew they'd get a lot of views instead of covering what I wanted to cover, because that's what this channel was built on originally. That's what I'm going to try to get back to. I don't know what shape or form that's going to take, but I do know I want to keep this channel going, albeit far less uploads than previously. That's what my last video was about, those of you who actually watched it. The channel isn't stopping. The videos are just slowing down. I want this to get back to the roots of what YouTube was all about, and that is maybe skits. Maybe just random things I observe. Maybe just fun things that I want to share with the community. Not so much a professional approach to it anymore, because, let's be honest, I'm not really that much of a professional anyways. I can fake it till I make it, but it's not who I am. I'm going to leave the video right there. Thank you all so much for your continued support. I can't believe I put out that video and I lost like 20 subscribers out of almost 12,000. Only 20 people unsubscribed when I said I was stopping the channel. So, that really meant a lot to me. It showed me that the community wanted me to keep going, and for that, I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing.